this picture-in-picture kind of tactic that I've only ever seen on Kizik, which is actually taking the video out of their second position and just popping it over the top. What do you say about a tactic like this?
I'm noticing as I load it on my side, the video is playing before that hero image has come in. So that infers or suggests that the the largest contentful element, that big shoe, is less or is prioritized lower than the looping fit graphic. I like the layout here. I like how they've found space for this graphic. Do picture in picture. It's quite cool. I would recommend flipping the priority those. So prioritize getting your largest element in front of the user immediately. So this big picture of the shoe, and then it'd be relatively innocuous to pop in the video after. I'd want to see a regular straight vanilla video tag used to embed that in there, not like a third-party plugin. But yeah, the challenge right now is that that video is coming in before the shoe arrives. And so yeah, so if I refresh this, like, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's still not here. There it is. That's like 4 or 5 seconds. This must be a huge asset. Lazy. Oh, there you go. That's the problem. So the fact that this has class lazy on it tells me that they're using some JavaScript to determine which images. Almost certainly here there's a plugin on their site that says for all IMG tags, add class lazy so that all images get lazy loaded. The problem is when above the fold images get lazy loaded at the expense of other things that ought to have been deprioritized. So this, if it didn't have lazy on it right here, would be great. Yeah. So that's a big fix there. You can see how slowly that came in. It'd be really quick to do that in a different order. But also let's just check how big that image is, because when it does finally come in, you can see it coming in line by line. I expect it needs to be recompressed because we're on a 4G network. This isn't incredibly slow. But that'll be in here. Let's go to network and press type. Yeah, there you go. That is I think it's at 800K, 863 kilobytes. So that image should be about 10% of that, maybe 20% that size. It's almost a megabyte. So
And
two
it's
sort of faux pas
PNG.
in this above the fold experience that you could deliver the exact same experience in a more performant way. Recompress this and take the lazy load tag off.
And it's a PNG, but a PNG can be served as a WebP, it looks like.
Um,
The
they're probably
file is
using some edge service. I'm not sure what this accentuate is, but something to change format from PNG to WebP. Some of the problems with compression are if it's uncompressible before it's converted to WebP, you can still have artifacts, or sometimes you'll see like Photoshop color palette information still persisting on a product photo. So
okay.
export it for web and then run it through your converter. And this should be like 200K max. This doesn't need to be 800K.
So from an operations standpoint, you've got people loading products and they're responsible for product upload and execution here. Is that something that needs to be written into an SOP, or do you think these third-party tools can kind of, overcome any types of things that might fall through the cracks in a product upload or import?
Good question. I think that's a philosophical debate. Um, I believe, and I've built our business around implementing best practices and training teams on how to build performant websites by default. There are always like lipstick on a pig type plugins or filters, or I see use AI to speed up your website. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That might be the case here. This is coming through as a WebP format, but it's still 800K. So somewhere in that later pipeline, there's an issue which could have been alleviated with process and an SOP, to your point.